Hey guys, what's up? It's Scher talking. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video will be about an account update. This is only the second time I'm doing it. I know some people like it. I really enjoy talking about my account. And I only did it once when I was 1 month and a half into the game. And now I am 3 months into the game. I can talk about how I am doing. Well, let's click here on styles. I want to show you all the characters that I have. I have lots of SS styles. We can count here. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. 35 SS styles. This is more than most games I ever played. You know, this game is very generous. And actually, we know that there are some characters that have more than one SS style, but I don't have so many duplicates. I have at least Monikas, 2 Monikas, 2 Alberts. I have 2... let me see who is the other one. Yeah, I think those are the characters that I have at the 2 SS styles. And actually, you see, my strongest character is Azami. I think lots of people have Azami as their strongest character simply because she's a beast. And that's also because of her class. Azami is a martial artist that can get stronger because of agility and SDR. She also has Hardy, Wallop, and Fired Up. So these are generic and overall increasing their damage, and Fighting Spirit increases her own agility as well. So she can also avoid some attacks, increase her own potential damage, and I actually don't use Guan Yu most of the time. She's just a beast using submission, and Guan Yu is just damage. And if you are using her for submission, she won't ever use Guan Yu unless it's overdrive. And even on overdrive, I still use submission most of the time, but she deals like 5,000 damage with submission, and you all know you cannot use this Azami with submission if you fail to get her Christmas version. There will be more chances of getting submission because there is another banner that has Summer Azami that will give you submission. You can see that submission is maxed. It's just an insane skill that is useful in lots of situations. Since my last account update, I was also using another character that's Christmas Cat. Christmas Cat is just like Azami because we need to use submission, and well, I'll still use this cat especially for challenges, but I'm getting a little reduced use because some bosses were resistant against Blunt. But she's still very good. I am training another character that will probably either substitute this Christmas Cat or just join her on some battles, and that is S. Tatiana. I summoned for this S. Tatiana here, let me see. And she's amazing. She's a very good character. You see that I was training her skills. Hasty Hammer is maxed. Bone Crusher very close to. And Gunringer still no. I have to use some Awakening books because I want to use this Tatiana in the future. You can see that something very funny when some of the characters that she used the most are still S styles. Actually, the only S styles that I used in the past weeks were... Christmas Azami, Christmas Sophia I didn't. I finally got my S Monica so I can inherit my Sword Ballet. That's an amazing skill to use with Christmas Monica. And the other one was, let's see, Rouge. I trained his skill, Energy Storm, but it's not maxed yet, but it's a very good skill. Yundin, I never had to use her S style because I got her S style. Teacher Yundin, I'm loving this character. You see that Ice Javelin is already maxed, Aqua Viper is very close to. I will be trying to max all the skills from this SS Yundin because actually the only mages that will stick around with you are those that can heal and deal damage. Some of the other ones are more specialists that will be used for farming, some will be used for just some specific bosses, but SS Yundin, Platinum Rock, Bouquet, and also Princess White Rose are amazing for that. And White Rose is another character that we need to talk. Since she got added to my squad, I'm using her for some hard challenges. I was also training her Chocolate Ball. This is an amazing skill that can debuff the agility. Teacher Yundin can debuff the endurance. So, you see, debuff is the most important thing on this game, in my opinion. So we are always talking about characters that can debuff and heal damage. In this case, it's debuff and heal. And also some damage with AoE damage. And that's why I'm just making some squads with these 2 girls, and they are amazing. While Yundin is amazing, and I really love the character, I am still using Sophia. You can see that she is still the second most developed character in my list, while she's still on level 40 for her style. Actually, Azami has 43. Even my Christmas Yundin has more style level, but she's not as strong as my Sophia. And when I was doing some challenges on Marcus 8 University, I kind of found out that Sophia Rock Splitter can be very impressive when you need it. It's just that I hardly need to use Rock Splitter. Just on Overdrive, but Bone Crusher and Healing Light is what makes Sophia a beast. Bone Crusher always debuff the SDR from the enemy, is because she has a very high intelligence, and that's why she has a very good chance to inflict debuffs. You know, you need intelligence to inflict debuffs. It's different from most other games. But that's it. You see, I farmed Loot. He was the free character that I didn't have in my past video. And I'm still not using him so much. I just learned all of his skills, trained Mirage Blade. But I don't want to use $3 on Loot just yet. Because I have White Rose, Loot is just good because he can cures status ailment. I'm not really needing of this because of White Rose. But he's a very amazing character for those that do not have White Rose. And even when you have him, you have her, Loot can still be used together, so there are some stages where the enemy will just try to cast lots of status elements, and the two can work very well together. You see, Loot is a given for those that plan on facing hard challenge on this game. I got some other styles, like you see, let me see here, I got Volcano from Teacher and School banner. He was trained for Back and Explosion because it's a good spell, at least. But I'm not using him, don't plan on using him. And I managed to finally build some other characters to use on front lines. Genie got really nasty usage. With Returning Trust, this is one of the strongest blunt damages in the game. If you use Returning Trust every new turn, she will keep a very high damage. And Seismic Strike was also trained to the max on Seeker's Path. It's an amazing skill that can be reduced to 9. She is very useful when I need. The only bad thing about her is just that she doesn't have any debuff. This one is just damage, just full damage. But I'm using her a lot. It's strange because when I got her, I kinda let her without usage because I was using other characters. And then when I finally got her trained and I got Returning Trust and Seismic Strike to max, she was doing so much damage. She can even outperform Azami sometimes. So that's why she's a beast. And talking about blunt damage, I think that's the type of damage that I have the best characters. Besides those, even playing with Dentarg and Bokhon, they are very good characters. The game also gave us White Day's Will, that is another amazing character, just like Tatiana that I talk about. You see, she's another amazing character that's blunt damage, but I'm still missing some slash and pierce in my opinion. Blunt, I'm full of it. You see that I barely use Albert this time, because I barely need some tanking, but he was so amazing when I needed him. I still regard him as a top tier character. It's just that I'm very offensive now. I use offense and debuff as part of my strategy. And then I don't have more amazing slash damage dealers. I have Alwe, that it's an amazing damage dealer. When I need slash, I prefer to use Alwe than someone like, say, Christmas Albert. I use Alwe more than Christmas Albert. Or even Aisha, or even Ellen. I still have to awaken Ellen skills because they are so costly. Ellen is exactly interesting as a very specific unit to deal damage against plants. We have some bosses, they are plants that can really be difficult if you are not bringing status ailment resistance, because those trees like to inflict you with poison, paralyze, confuse. And Ellen is a very important character to deal with those type of enemies, so I'm still training her. It's just that I'm not ready to use all my awakening books. And I trained my Barbara, not as much as I wanted, but she already has like 710 HP, very, very high. And Char is exactly more useful than Barbara for me. I used him in some challenges and you can see that he has all of his skills maxed. use the Seeker's Path to train him, and he's amazing now. Some people overlook him, and he actually has Enervate 3 that can debuff agility. Fighting Spirit can also be strong against bosses because of hardy defense. He will be reducing the incoming damage from nukes. And Triumvirate is actually very good. You see, I didn't awaken it 3 times yet, but it's already on 10 BP. It can get reduced to 9, so he's a very good character to use on situations where you don't have much BP to use. 9 BP for a double S damage is amazing. And that's I think he has the highest damage output from spear wielders right now. Maybe, yeah, I think that he may not be the strongest of them all, but he's very close to the max potential for spears for a while. It's just because of Triumvirate. Flame Whip is interesting now that we can use fire elemental spears. He kind of inflicts this with a good chance. It's not like Rouge. You cannot compare this guy to Rouge, but he still can paralyze here and there. So I use him, and it's very fine. And talking about the other characters that I was using, I used Robin for some time more. I stopped using Katarina, never used her again. I think she stopped it. But she was very useful in the start of the game. And then we have Rock Bouquet. Yeah, I got Rock Bouquet, got her Valentine's Lure to max. She deals very good damage now that she has high status. She can deal good damage, but I'm still very undecided about the element that I'm using with her. We don't have a staves that has 2 elements, so I'm usually using Lightning. I can inherit that from her S style. And, well, Lightning works pretty fine. She's dealing like 2.5k up to 3k damage with 2 BP coast. That's amazing. But Rock Bouquet is not as important as White Rose. White Rose was the best character I just summoned for a while, and then my teacher Yundin. You see that mages are some part of the game that needs more investment. But they stay for more time as well. Damage dealers will always be replaced with more ease than mages. Mages always, especially those that can heal, you bring more to the table. So you see, we have these characters here. It's not so many more when compared to my last video, but there's a reason for that. I could have summoned way more than I am actually summoning. I have almost 27k gems, very close to 10 pulls again. But I didn't pull any of my platinum tickets. You can see here, let me just go to the platinum summon page. I have 615 platinum tickets and 4 SS guarantee tickets as well. It's just that we had a treasure map event after my past video, and we could farm for platinum tickets by clearing the event stage. They could drop from the enemies. And then I was just thinking, why should I be using this if I don't have a real need of new characters? I could have some more slash damage dealers. I still don't have Gustav. I also don't have Okaiser, another character that I really like. I still don't have Kongming, that's another mage that is good. Bokon is a very good debuffer as well. You see, these characters are even here on Platinum Ticket Summon. But it's just that I can complete content. The only content that I couldn't clear is not limited, so I can take my time to clear. And this is why some people go and ask me if some banners are worth summoning for, and I always say no, it's just because it's not limited. Well, I am a free-to-play player. I have to think wisely. And actually, I didn't think wisely all the time, like when I summoned for New Year's banner. I shouldn't have summoned for that banner specifically, but I just enjoyed one of those characters. I wanted to get the character just for the character. It was one of those moments where I didn't think correctly. When you start the game, you kind of have to summon, independent of the banner sometimes, because you are lacking some units, you are lacking some damage types, you are lacking some strategies, like I just say. You don't have many debuffers. Maybe you need more diversity, and this is where you start summoning for. It's better if you are summoning on a banner that's good. But like I said, I didn't find a real need of summoning right now, so I have lots and lots of platinums. And I will keep waiting till the moment where I see that I'm falling off. Because even if I do wait time to get these tickets used, I still be summoning on some banners, and then I'll still be getting maybe those characters because they can appear in different banners. So saving platinum tickets for me now is my best strategy. But what I'm not saving is my Spiral Corridor tickets. I just made a summon. I will be posting a video about it tomorrow or the other day. And every time I clean the Spiral Tower, I use my ticket. Simply because the game will change the color of the ticket when they change this Spiral Corridor summon. Because there's a new version where we will have some more characters. We will have an SS version of Jubei, an SS version of Chars. Those two new styles will be added to the Spiral Corridor. And I don't know if they will add another SS styles from Platinum. I don't think they will. And just because of that, you have to summon every time you have those tickets available. And, well, it kind of helps me reduce my feeling of wanting to summon every week. Because, well, you are playing a gacha game, you just want to summon every week. And it's not exactly the best thing to do. And, well, we still have some banners here, like the Schools banner is still active. We had the White Rose banner. Let me see if she's still active. I don't think she is, because there was some problem with the iOS version of the game where people could not log in, and they just extended the banner, but it's not active anymore. But we still have now the Vampires banner, and I didn't summon for this because like I said, I don't feel these characters are needed because they are not time limited. I can wait, even though I like Leonid and Vampire Lady a lot. And let me show you my progression with the game. I just cleared all the story maps. I have all the story maps completed. You can see that I have up to stage 9, chapter 9, stage 9.2.5. Yeah, this stage is kind of hard. I think those the difficulty is increasing very fastly. This stages here could be a very complicated thing if you don't know what you're doing, especially the stage here where you face this boss here. Like I said, Ellen is an amazing character for this, and she was not trained enough for me to use her here. But I really like that they make even the story maps hard, because you have to think outside the box sometimes, and even the free characters can help you into clearing any stage. But if you have some premium characters, that will help you, that's for sure. And yeah, now I already cleared all the events. The last update I showed that I didn't clear the last stage from Big Treasure Hunt. Now I can clear this on auto easily. I just use my strongest general squad. This is my strongest general squad. I have Sophia and White Rose. I still don't have Yundin on the squad, but I'll be removing Sophia for Yundin. And then I have the 3 main damage types with Azami, Noel, and Christmas Monica. This Noel I didn't summon for his banner. I got him from a daily. So this is like my strongest squad right now. It's not a specific squad, like say I have a specific squad for blunt damage, a specific squad for pierce damage. This one is a general usage that I just run auto and things just get crushed. And it's just the same squad that I used to do Treasure Hunt, the same squad that I used to do Monster Field Crave. I still use the Christmas Monica and Rouge. But it's the same squad I use on Spiral Corridor. Till the last floor, you see I finished the last update. We got a refresh on this Spiral Corridor, so we have to do it again. I have to do the last 10 stages. And then there's Flores of Mystery. I just use those squad on auto here. It never fails, so I'm pretty fine with that. But I still didn't clear the last stages for Volcon and then target attacks. I'm planning on doing that in the future. I was just training my characters, because if you have too many characters, it takes so much time to train them out. And yeah, you have to take some time. And you see, finally, Seeker's Path is ending, and I'm just using all of my time left to finish it. Well, this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this ride. I'm just trying to explain what I'm doing and the characters that I have been using. I hope this can help you in any way. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you still haven't, and you can help this channel by either using Patreon, Coffee, or the PayPal buttons on the description. Bye.